Okay, welcome to the Amplivo Weekly Call, and welcome to everyone, whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Great to see you all. But this is the solution to the plastic pollution, and very much so. We are ready. Are you? I notice I've still put the season launch in there. Well, never mind. It's like a season launch every day, and I'm pretty sure Renee would totally agree with me as well. So as our normal tradition, I'm just going to play a small video, and then I'm going to hand over to Renee, and then you'll hear more from me a little bit later on.
Equipped only with their vision, drive, hard work, and commitment to clean our planet from plastic pollution, Corsair began its journey in August 2020 with a record-breaking first year. As we now celebrate this second anniversary, let's look back over some of the milestones that were reached during our second year. Corsair launched the expansion of its second production facility in Bangkok. CSR plastic credit in its complete form is introduced to the world. The Amplivo network is completely restructured, leading into a streamlined, simple and easy-to-do home-based business model. The mandatory CSR purchase pools are introduced. More meaningful partners join the Corsair mission. Ford, Nissan, Lexus, Isuzu, Chatrium Group. CSR Services Company is launched, allowing easier entry for our European clients. The weekly distribution of CSR plastic credit begins. 2 new plastic waste-to-oil production units arrive to the Bangkok facility. Corsair continuously improves its operations at its Bangkok and Sa Kaeo facilities. CSR retirement program is launched, allowing CSR users to become certified plastic neutral. CSR savings program is launched, allowing CSR holders to benefit while holding on to their CSR plastic credits. Corsair's Bangkok facility welcomes its first guests after the COVID pandemic. History is made with the initial listing of CSR onto the latoken.com International Public Digital Asset Exchange. CSR becomes the first and the only plastic credit in the world to be traded on a public exchange. CSR continues to be listed on more exchanges, expanding to coinsbit.io and to xt.com, a major international exchange with millions of users. The Catching Plastic initiative is launched in collaboration with more than 100,000 fishermen, whereas Corsair is now also collecting plastic waste from our oceans. Corsair launches a European tour. Corsair becomes the first and the only company in Thailand to receive the prestigious ISCC certificate for chemical recycling of plastic waste. CSR becomes listed on CoinGecko and on CoinMarketCap, further establishing its place in the digital asset community. Corsair now has more than 80 plastic waste collection points and several hundred collection bins located around Bangkok. The value of the CSR plastic credit hits an all-time high on public trading. CSR continues to be listed on more exchanges and expands into P2P-B2P.com, making it the 4th international public exchange to now trade CSR plastic credit. The Amplivo network grows exponentially under the management of Corsair, now including more than 60,000 international members. The CSR mandatory purchase pool reaches over $350,000. Novotel joins the Corsair mission. Corsair and the CSR plastic credit received global media attention, being featured by more than 200 international media outlets during its second year in business. Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, Morning Star, Affiliated Press, Digital Journal, Fox, and 200 other medias. CSR becomes the leading plastic credit in the world. Corsair signs a major international collaboration agreement. During its second year, Corsair has continued its strong and stable growth while breaking records and making history. The company is now recognized internationally and continues to expand with more powerful partnerships than ever before. With a dedicated management team and more people from all over the world joining to support our mission to save the planet from plastic pollution, Corsair continues to grow stronger and is now ready to enter its 3rd year. Stay tuned for exciting updates along the way. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
What an absolute amazing ride the past 2 years has been. Absolutely unbelievable. What a ride. But all I'm saying to everybody here, are you ready? Are you ready to fasten your seatbelts for the next 2 years? That's going to be amazing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass over to Rene. And I know he's got an amazing presentation for us today. And let's get into here. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go, guys. Rene, good morning.
Good morning, Roger. Good morning, everybody. And every time when I see that video, it's amazing what they have already achieved. And looking forward to the next 2 years as well. So let's share my screen. And today's topic is the proven methods to build your business in 7 steps. And I know that a lot of people are aware of the 7 steps, but repetition is the key. Always repetition is the key. And sometimes when you see this presentation, maybe for the first time or the second time, or maybe for the 5th, is that you always see something new, and all is that 1% you can improve your business in that way. That's amazing. So let's dive into this one, and the proven method to build your business in 7 steps. And the proven method to build your 7 steps is actually how to take the steps in more practical way related to the Amplivo network. So first of all, I want to walk through every single step and then dive in more deeply in the explanation of that one. So first of all, and I know that a lot of people agree with me, and the most important thing for your business is finding prospects. And this is for a lot of people really, really tough to do so, but I will explain it in a minute as well. The other thing is inviting prospects to understand the Amplivo and the opportunity. And what we see is that a lot of people are struggling with that, how to invite the people, how to explain the business, etc., etc. But we will dive in more in detail in that as well. So the other thing is presenting Amplivo and the opportunity to your prospects. How are you doing that? And the next step is the following up. And this is also a very, very important step. And what we see in the practical is that a lot of people sending people, for example, to the business presentation, and when people agree and they purchase a package, then they say, yeah, I want to have a package of €1,000, and yeah, the upline will no help anymore. So that means the following up is end, and the prospect just purchased a package. The upline has just get his commissions and look further to another one. And I think that's not good. The following up is very, very important for your prospects to help them in the success of your business. And this is the next step as well, helping your prospects purchasing the CSR, and also how they can become plastic neutral if they want to do so. The next step is helping your new independent associate getting started right as an Amplivo influencer. So the first for step 4 and 5 is just helping to purchase a package. And the other thing is step 6 is that if people are decided to become an Amplivo influencer, that means they want to do the business. And if people has no experience on that one, you need to help your independent associates to get started right as an independent associate. And the next step is, we call it events, but I prefer that then the duplication will find in place. So let's start it with the first thing. And I like this picture. Every single day I have that in my mind. And if I have the feeling that I gave up, I remember this picture. And then, yeah, I don't want to be the guy who wants to work very hard the last 3-4 years. And by the end, till close to the end, I will give up. And then suddenly the whole company grows to the next level and I get regret. So I think that this picture, I love this picture. Don't be that guy, the guy on below. Is just go for it. And Remember, if you want to be successful in Amplivo business, anything takes time. And if you see the progress, maybe one person in a month, maybe one person in a year, maybe one person in a month, or that you see your business is growing, but it takes time. So keep going that thing, what you are doing, and never, ever give up. And suddenly you see an exponential growth in your business, and then you are becoming successful. So anything takes time, and never, never, ever give up. So this is also a very good question. It's all worded. Building your team can also be challenging. I know. We have now the experience for more than 15 years already, and especially for the Corsair Amplivo business, more than 4 years the experience. And yes, we have challenging. We have different things we have to deal with them. And it's also an emotional experience. We have the ups and downs, and I know that can be dramatically. But in the end, for so many reasons, it's all worth. And this is just a question for yourself. Why you choose for the Amplivo network? I know that can be different outcomes on that one, but why you choose for the Amplivo network? Maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe you want to save the planet. Maybe you have to involve in the business for the CSR plastic credits, or you want to have a second income or something like that. It's very important to give a right answer for yourself why you choose for the Amplivo network. Maybe you want to help to save the planet. And I think that's the most important thing, help to save the planet. And when we do so together, we can really help to save the planet. Other people are engaged in the business or an Amplivo network just for expanding the CSR plastic credits for the portfolio. Other people say, yeah, I want to start as an Amplivo influencer to create an extra income. And maybe 100 euro, 200 euro, 300 euro extra income can be the difference for a lot of people. Now they can pay the bills. And I know this is a very important topic as well, that a lot of people need the 100 euro extra, or 200 or 300 or 400. And if you just started with your Amplivo network, that can be the case. Maybe you have different income streams, and this is one of them. That's okay. But it's your reason why you choosing for the Amplivo network. And this is also very good whenever you want, how long you want. And maybe you want to start the business without any limits. So that means that you are the boss over your own time. And if you want to work today, you can work today. If you want to work tomorrow, you can work tomorrow, and so on and so on. And I love this business as well, because you can now doing the business only from your laptop or your mobile phone, wherever you are. This is also an well, I think it's very good, and we have an experience a few weeks ago when we are in Bangkok and in Phuket, is we can work with people from all over the world, and all the people with a like-minded mindset. And not only that we have built a business and saved the planet and collect the plastic credits, we have also enjoying when we stay together with different countries. So in that way, meeting new like-minded people around the world. And this is also very good. If you want to improve your personal development, start network marketing business. Definitely. You have the experience on that one, and it's very challenging for yourself. And if you just started your network marketing business, it's absolutely, absolutely good for your personal development. If you're afraid to standing in front of the audience on an event or something like that, and you want to doing a business presentation live, that can be challenging. And also doing the first Zoom call or the first one-on-one meeting. And I know for sure this is a very good thing to grow yourself in personal development. So this is I think the most important key to success. And this is just one element. What is the most successful key in your business? What do you think? What do you think is the most important key in your business? There is only one answer on that, and that's you. That means that if you are not motivated, if you not make a challenge, if you not decide to become successful in Amplivo, it's just a choice. If you want to become successful in Amplivo, you make a choice. You make a choice. Nobody else can make the choice for you. So I think that is one of the most important key elements, is that everything in your life is related to you. If you decide to go to the left, you go to the left. If you decide to go to the right, you go to the right. If you want to decide to become successful in Amplivo, you are becoming successful in Amplivo. It's just a choice, but it's always related on you. So you are the most important key element for your own success. And this is what we have every week are doing, Roger and I, is that we are bringing all the steps, all the materials, all the informations. You can watch over and over the compensation plan. You can watch the business presentation. All the information, we can bring it to you. But all the things you must know about the company and the compensation plan. But the only thing is, when you do nothing, nothing will happen. And we see that over and over again, that the people following a course, and when they're following a course and they see the videos or have a course for, let's say, 2 days or maybe a week, if you implement, or if you not implement all the materials in your life and you don't take the steps, you definitely don't want to become successful in that way. So the main question is, and this is also very, very easy, and this is just a question for yourself, and hopefully you have the right answer on that one. Can you bring 3 people into the business as an influencer? That means that you can triple yourself. If the answer is yes, can you bring 3 people who just started, let's say just started with a package of €10 and buy a business license for €30? That means that you have only bring 3 people into your business as an influencer and just started with €40, 40. Can you do that in just 1 day, in just 1 week, in 1 month, or 1 year? If the answer is yes, that means that you are in business and that you can build your successful in that one. If you can invite people, and let's say that they started with a package of €100 plus a business license of €30, that means €130. Can you do so? I think that you can do. If you choose to become successful in that way and just focus on people, 3 people, and if you multiply that 3 people and they can see that they also can multiply them by themselves by 3. That means 3 times 3 times 3. If you do so with only a package of €100, that means that in that way, if you duplicate 3 times 3 times 3, then you have in 10 duplication steps, 59,000 people in your organization. If they purchase a package of €100, that means that you create a turnover of more than €8.8 million. And it's just the mathematics, it's just numbers. But if you can invite 3 people who just started with a package of €100, and you can triple that every single week or month or something like that, you become successful and you have your star ranks in that way. So finding prospects, that's the first step. What you can do. And first of all, this is just the law of attraction. And maybe you have also read the book of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. And if you don't read that book, please buy that book. That's your first step in your success. Buy that book. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. This is the first step. What I think it's very, very important. If you have a mindset and you say, nah, I don't think so that I become successful. What do you think? What kind of people you will attract in your business? Or I want to become successful. I know for sure that I attract the right people in my business. What do you think? What kind of people you will be attracting in your business? This is very important. Because every single step in finding prospects starts with your mindset. Have the right mindset. In that way, if you have the right mindset, I know for sure that you attract the right people. And if you attract the right people, the first step you can do is building relationships. Not sell anything. just building relationships, building the trust. And if you have the trust and you have to building relationships, then you can maybe introduce yourself as, this is what I am doing. And if people like you and they have the trust and you have built the relationship, maybe the chance is very big and very high that they also want to see the business presentation as well. So building relationships, again, it takes time. And please do not sell anything. Just build relationships, and that takes time. So if you understand this basic principle, that means that you can go out every single day to reach people, to build new relationships. And you can build that. You can make a list for yourself. You can find people on social media and not for sell something to the people. Just have the right mindset to build relationships in line with your business. And if your mindset is right, and I know for sure, I've proven every single day, over and over again, if your mindset is right, you attract the right people in line with your business. And you can find people on social media everywhere. You can find people in the supermarket, sport club, work. Even a few weeks ago, I take my flight to Thailand, and I have one flight to Germany, Frankfurt. And when I waiting on the airport in between two flights, I met a guy, an Indian guy, and we just talk about the business and so on, and what you are doing, and what kind of friends, what is your experience. And in that way, I make a relationship on that one and not offer anything. But now I have a friend in India and just make some friends on that one. And maybe in someday they ask more information, what you are doing and something like that. So if you're building relationships every single day, let's say 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, every day when you build on your relationships, I know that your business will be grow automatically. And you can find people everywhere. And I know that a lot of people say, yeah, I have no friends, I have no contacts, I'm alone. And again, you are the success for your own success. That means that if you not make any relations, if you not go out, if you just stay at home watching television, the chance is very big that you never ever met new people. Go out and make new relationships, build relationships, make new friends. It's very important, and especially it's the outcome of your mindset as well. So go to events, meetings with the same topics. And I know now, especially in these days, if you search on sustainability events, if you search on cryptocurrency events, tons of events where you can go to. Some are free, some you must pay something like that. But you know for sure that if you go out and you go to that kind of events, you know that you find like-minded people, and then building relationships, and then you have more possibilities to build your business in that way. So this is the first video, and hand over to you, Roger. I know that you have a lot of videos, what you want to share with us, and maybe you have a very good video in that one related to finding prospects.
Very much so. I've got a series here. We actually went through a really close thought process of, who we would use this time, and we chose Darren Kidd for this. He's a dynamic guy, so I'm going to play these videos. But just before I play the video, what I wanted to mention is what Rene was talking about just before. He mentioned Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. What a fantastic book there is there. And I know that many of you that are on this call have already read this. It may have been 6 months ago, it may have been a year, it may have been 25 years ago. But I can tell you now, pick that book up and read it again, because you'll think it's rewritten itself on the bookshelf. And it's not that it's rewritten itself, it's you have changed. And that's why the book is different. The more times you read it, the more times you'll get information out. And that goes for any material that you might read. anything like any book that you might go, you know, there's Think and Grow Rich, you know, even down to the short book by Richard Branson, which is Screw It, Let's Do It. But I'm not going to keep you any longer because I know that Renee has loads more to share with you, and we don't want to keep you too long today. So let me just share my screen again.
Hey everyone, this is Darren Kidd. Wanted to take a couple minutes and share with you one of my favorite topics, which is personal development. I'm hoping that the sun and the glare off my hair-challenged head doesn't affect the video quality too much. I wanted you to at least be able to see the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains behind me. That's why I kept the camera at this angle. But several years ago, you know, if you don't know my story, things weren't looking too good financially. I was actually bankrupt. But I met a gentleman by the name of Paul Meyer, who had 40 companies in 60 countries that did over $3 billion in sales. He had given away $400 million to charity. So it's one thing to make a lot of money, but it's another thing to give it away. And he taught me something. He said, Darren, I don't look at people as how they are, but how they could be with their God-given potential. And he said, look, we all have challenges in the past. And all of us watching the video today, we can let those challenges make us bitter or better. And we can use them as a stumbling block, or we can use them as a building block. It's completely up to us. But for me, I didn't know how to get out of my situation. And everything that in my mind, it was just too far out there for me to be able to achieve. But when he explained to me personal development affects every area of our life. And, you know, physical, spiritual, our finances. But let me just use finances for an example. I learned that I don't make what I want, I make what I am. And if I want to make more, then he said, Darren, all you have to do is become more. And to become more, here's three simple things. One, it's what you read, it's what you listen to, and then it's who we associate with. For example, on the financial side, and again, we can use this in every single area. The number one personal development book for me would be the Bible. Okay, so, you know, that's number one. But on the financial side, it could be Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Studied, you know, 200 of the wealthiest people over a 13-year period and tell you the 13 things that they have in common. So why would we spend our entire life trying to figure out what to do right when we can read a book from other people that have been there and done that, shave years off of our learning curve? You know, it just makes sense in every single area of our life. So it's just reading maybe 10 pages out of a good book a day in an area that we want to improve on. Health, wealth, spiritual, whatever. 10 pages of a good book a day doesn't seem to make that big of a difference. You may not see that big of a difference in the first few days. That's okay. Don't focus on that. But Jeff Olson, best-selling, you know, author of the Slight Edge book, talks about that most people don't read a book a year after they graduate high school. But in 10 years, if you're reading 10 or 15 pages out of a good book a day, you've read over 100. So who's got the slight edge then? That little simple discipline compounded over a period of time makes a massive difference in the long run. Maybe it's on the way to work in the morning, instead of listening to the radio, you pop in a CD and listen to 10 or 15 minutes of a good CD every single day. So you have what you read, what you listen to, and then our associations. Our associations work harder on us than we work on our associations. It's a proven fact that we become the average of the 5 people that we hang around the most. So we have to ask ourselves, what are our associations doing to us, or what are they doing for us? They're kind of like, I look at them as an elevator. They either take us up or they take us down. So, you know, we have to be careful who we associate with. So ask yourself, what are your associations doing to you, or what are they doing for you? So I know it's nothing fancy, but I'm going to tell you, personal development, if you start today, reading the right books, listening to the right material, maybe going to the right seminars, and being careful who you associate with. And at first, my associations were the books and the CDs, because I didn't have a lot of friends that were financially wealthy that I had access to on a daily basis. But having that access to the books and the audios and all of that made a major difference in my life. So hopefully you heard something on this video that will make a difference in your life like it made in mine. And I look forward to sharing many other topics with you in the near future. Thank you, God bless you, and take care. Hey.
We like this guy, very, very much so. And he mentioned, as you said, Think and Grow Rich in there as well. Very, very much. You know, we've got more to come with him as well, but I'm going to hand back to Renee to do his next part as well.
Yes, thank you very much, Roger. And I like Darren Kidd. And if people want to search on that topic, Darren Kidd, Kidd, it's very, very good. So the next topic is inviting prospects to understand the opportunity. And this is one secret key. The more you tell before the presentation, the more difficult it is to duplicate. Because if you tell all the information to the people, and if they listen, they want to listen to your business presentation, they already think that if they choose to become an Amplivo influencer and choose for the business, they already think that they need to know all the material as what you told to them to become successful. So the key is, don't do the presentation before the presentation. Keep it simple as it is. The simple you can tell the whole thing, the most likely that you can duplicate it as fast as it is in my opinion, something like this. Are you aware of the plastic waste pollution? Yeah, I'm aware. Do you know that you can really make money on that one? No, I didn't. Do you want to have the information? Yeah. Can I invite you for the business presentation? Right. That's it. So if you keep it simple and smart, the only thing, and I think this is one of the most important thing to understand, don't tell anything before the presentation, but send the people to the location where they can find the right information. And this is key. This is really key. It's proven over and over again. When you say too much before the people invite to the business presentations, or you say just enough, that's the difference in between successful. So just invite people for the presentation where they can find the right information. So again, the main goal is to invite people for the business presentation where they can find all the information they need to make a decision. So if you invite people, maybe simple as this: do you want to make some money? And if the answer is yes, can I invite you for a business presentation where you can find the explanation how you can really make money? That's it. And if people say, no, I want to know what it's all about, is it? Yeah, right. That's the reason that I want to invite you for the business presentation where you can find all the information. It's just a mantra, what you can say to the people over and over again. And if they don't want to go for the business presentation, that means that, okay, that means that you don't want to have you don't want to make money, right? No, I really want to make money, but I must know before I go to the business presentation what's it about. That's what I'm telling, is that in the business presentation you find information where you can have the explanation where you can make money. So if you make it simple as that, that means that everybody has the same invitation for the business presentation, and that's duplicatable. So this is another video, Roger. The invitation is the gateway skill to the network marketing, and I know you have another video as well on that one. So
yeah, what I wanted to say here is we have all been, what this next video is going to be, we've all been here. I guarantee you. I know Renee's been here, I've been here, and I bet you majority of you have been involved for a while will have been here. But again, it's Darren Kidd again, and you know, this guy is really just the way, the simplicity, the way he shares stuff. So just bear with me.
When it comes to prospecting, do you ever feel like you've run out of people to talk to? On this video, I'm going to give you 3 of the biggest prospecting mistakes and how to fix them coming up. Hey everyone, Darren Kidd here, multiple 7-figure earner in the network marketing industry, but it has not always been like that. Matter of fact, for 7 years, I prospected
ran out of people to talk to, felt like there was nowhere to go, ended up bankrupt, was a part of the NFL, the No Friends Left Club, and then the right mentors came into my life, taught me some tips and techniques that have led to hundreds of recruits and multiple seven figures in this industry. So I want to share 3 of the biggest prospecting mistakes that I see on a daily basis when working with other network marketers and people with my own team. Number 1 is saying too much, or the way I like to put it is we verbally vomit on people. And this is something you have to fight. Even though I know not to do this, I train not to do this, I have to fight not to do this part, because we want to say and share. We're so excited. We want to convey that excitement to someone, but they're looking at us and they're judging us as we share that with them. First of all, going, can I do what you did? Do I want to do what you did? Do I have time to do what you did? And do I want to do to my friends and family what you just did to me? So if you say too much, if you talk long, you talk wrong. So the key is to say less to more people. Number 2 is not using third-party tools. Third-party tool, what is a third-party tool? It's a DVD, it's a magazine, it's a website, it's a webinar, it's a conference call, it's anything that you can point them to that does the presentation for you. Your job is to be the commercial that gets them to watch the movie. Because again, they're looking and judging, can I do what you did? Do I want to do what you did? Do I have time to do what you did? And when you can answer that by going, when they say, well, look, I don't know if I have time. You can say, well, what did I do with you? Well, you gave me a video and I watched the video. And then what? Well, then I listened to a conference call. Then I looked at a magazine. Then I tried the product. So make sure you're using third-party tools, because that also takes the pressure off of you, because they're judging you and they're judging me based off of how they've known us from our past. So if you're giving them that tool, you're going, don't look at me, I'm the messenger, I'm not the message. Look at this third-party tool. So that is the number 2 biggest prospecting mistake that I see people make, is trying to be the third-party tool. You are the messenger, not the message. So continue to share that message by using third-party tools. Now, the third mistake that I see is when people prejudge. And I can share this one from you with experience. I've actually lost more money in the industry than I've actually made by prejudging. Studies show that we know over 2,000 people by their first name in our early 20s. So why do people get in this industry and go, well, I don't know anyone, I've only know a few people? It's because they know the people. If you look at their Facebook, you look in their cell phone, do they go to church? Do they go to the gym? Do they have family members? And so on and so forth. They know a lot of people. But what they're doing is they're making a list of people they think may be interested. It never works. Here's why it doesn't work. A lot of people that I thought would be interested weren't interested. Then there's people I'm like, no way, they're definitely not going to be interested. They were interested. And then it's the people that they lead you to most of the time where you find that true leader that actually pops up in your organization, that becomes one of your biggest parts of your organization. So it's the duds lead you to the studs, or the studettes, or it's the links or the leaders, or the links lead you to the leaders. So make sure you don't prejudge. Make that list of every single person you know. For example, if we spent several $100,000 and we partnered up in a franchise, it could be sushi. And let's say half of our friends don't like sushi. Doesn't matter, we still want them to know we have the franchise. We want to let them know we're open for business, because they're going to introduce us to people that do like sushi. So in this business, make your list, continue to always add to your list, because me being, for example, in the company I'm in now for 5+ years, I've not met one person, counting myself, that has ever talked to every single person that they know. So this is a big mistake when prospecting, is prejudging. Don't do that. Take it from me, learn from my mistakes, contact and share with every single person. That way you don't have to experience what I've experienced. We're seeing those people walk across stage as top money earners on someone else's team. So make sure you're not prejudging.
Now, doesn't that just resonate with what Renee's just told us? Absolutely perfect. Now, I'm sure you've all got, there's a message in there. It's not a nice saying, but don't verbal vomit. What you need to be doing is less is more. Okay? So definitely less is more. Listen to what? You have the tools, share the tools. Look what this guy did. He's gone from backwards to forwards, and he's well now. He's now in top earning. Okay, Rene, pass back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Roger, to share that video as well. So the next thing is presenting Amplivo and the opportunity to your prospects in a Zoom business presentation or in a live presentation. And this is the key element. Let's do the personal presentation, all the hard work. That means that you don't have to do the presentation. You don't have to know anything. The only thing you have to know is where to find the right information to send to people to find the right information. So always showing up. And this is also a very important topic. If you invite people for the business presentation, online or offline, you always must show up. And first of all, it's very important to build your team feeling on that one. And second one is you can check if your prospect is there. If they say that they are on the Zoom business presentation and you are not there, and maybe your prospect is there, but they find and to search where you are and you are not there, it's not professional in that way. So showing up, I think that's always a very good topic as well. So the next thing is following up with your prospects. And after the presentation, call them directly to make an appointment. I see over and over again that you have finally you have somebody in your presentation, and then you see that they are in the presentation, and then you make a call, let's say 2 or 3 days later. So what do you think? Let's say on Friday that you call on Friday. So what was your opinion of the presentation last week? It's not professional. You are not aware of the power of that one. So I think that if you see that your prospects is in the presentation, call them directly to make an appointment. And don't ask, what do you think? If you say, what do you think, is that they find the negative things. The right questions you can ask, how many CSR tokens do you want? Or do you want to start as an Amplivo influencer? And deny the question is, what do you think? Always when you ask that kind of questions, what do you think? What's your opinion? That means that people searching for the negatives, never ever the positive. So if you say these questions, how many CSR tokens do you want? And do you want to start as an Amplivo influencer? Or do you want to help, do you want to become an Amplivo influencer to help to reduce the plastic waste, something like that? That's the better questions. So the next step is helping your prospects purchasing the plastic neutral package of the CSR and how they can become plastic neutral. All the materials you can also find on plasticwastemovement.com. You find the step-by-step tutorials on that one. And you can send the people to Plastic Waste Movement to find it out by themselves. My experience is when you make an appointment and they want to start, make an appointment, sit next to the person, walk through every single step, go to the Plastic Waste Movement, watch the video together. First, the step 1, how to open an Amplivo account. Just play the video, pause, play the video, pause, etc., etc. If you can help your prospect in that way, the chance is very big that they will help their prospects on the same way. And they have the feeling that they don't have to know anything because you can relay on the experience and what you find in that step-by-step tutorials as well. So help them with, for example, Coinbase or Binance, how to buy the USDT, how to buy a package, how to set up the MetaMask, etc., etc. So step 6 is helping your new independent associate get started right as an Amplivo influencer. Step 5 was just for a supporter, people who don't want to build a business, only want to purchase a package because they want to help to reduce the plastic waste globally, or they need to have the CSR plastic credits into the portfolio. So the other step 6, is that now maybe people want to start a business and start right away as an Amplivo influencer. That means that you help them to purchase a business license, how to activate them, how it's very important to watch together before you activate the business license, that compensation plan. That means the first 28 days will be very, very important. And in that case, you can also send the people to the Fair Start opportunity, or let's watch together the compensation plan. Walk through every single step so that the new prospect started right away as an Amplivo influencer. So it's very important to explain the back office. What is everything meaning? What is the status? The junior status and the senior executive associate status, etc. What is important? Where to find the star ranks? Where to find the bonuses? Where to find the packages, etc., etc. Explain the back office together. It's fun. It's nice. And if people has questions on that one, you can explain it as well. Then you buy the business license, explain the compensation plan together, watch the compensation plan together. And maybe you think, so, whoa, this is like a normal weekly working day. No, it's not. I think this is a very important step. Just make an appointment, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. If you start your Amplivo influence on the right way, that means that now they understand the steps and how to follow the same steps as well. So the 28 days period, the fasted period, is the most important before you activate the business license. Also explain the csrnow.com, where people can find the purchases and the overview of the CSR Now, and also explain where they can find more information about Amplivo on academy.amplivo.com. So help, take the time. And this is why I'm not inviting, let's say, 10 or 20 people directly for the first business presentation. In the most worst case scenario is that 20 people started right away. Then I have making a lot of appointments on that one, and that takes a lot of time. So what I am doing is maximum invite 3 people for the business presentation, because I know that I have the time to follow up. So that means that if you don't have the time for follow up in that one, just please invite 1 person each time. Because when people want to start it, you make an appointment, and then it takes time to start your prospects, and then go to the next, and then go to the next. Maybe one person in a week, 1 person in a month. But if you do so and you help to 1 person in a week, that means 52 persons in a year. So this is how I'm building my business. I take the time, but I'm in that case step by step. So duplication is very important. Is that duplication is, for example, send the people to the Amplivo weekly calls. There people can find a lot of information. Put people in the Telegram. I know that for every single country we have the Amplivo official Telegram channel on that one. So help them to invite to be a member in the Telegram as well, because in the Telegram they will share information when the business presentations are, etc., etc. Help them also where to find the step-by-step tutorials. Help them where to find the Amplivo weekly calls, and also all the recorders, and also this weekly call is recorded, and you can find it on YouTube in the Amplivo International. And just click on the playlist, and you can find also all the recorded versions from the last couple of weeks. So the last thing is to creating duplication in your network marketing business. And this is my last slide. So I will, from my side, thank you very much for watching this presentation. I hope that you have find something what is useful, what you can use in your business as well. And again, Roger has shared a lot of videos from Darren Kidd. You can also find the right videos on that one. And as what Darren mentioned before, is if you read just 10 pages a day, that means that you can also watch the videos of Darren Kidd. Most of the videos are just 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you just one video a day of Darren Kidd, that means in 1 week you have watched 7 videos. And that's also very good for your personal growth, but also for your experience and your success in the network marketing business, especially related to the Amplivo. So hand over to you, Roger, to creating duplication in your network marketing business in that case.
Thank you very much. I've just got a very short video that I wanted to share last off with Darren Kidd. But what I just wanted to say is, all I say to you guys, and I'll reiterate this again, is use the tools. Use the tools that are already provided there for you, and you will be successful. But again, we've said in there, pick up a good book, whichever one you choose, whichever fits with you. Okay, so let me just share this last video here.
Okay, everybody, so number one, you have to be coachable or teachable. What does that mean? Well, most people say, I'm coachable. What they really mean is, as long as you're telling me what I like to hear and it doesn't make me uncomfortable, I'm coachable. Well, what I've found from my experience in the industry, if it rubs me the wrong way, most of the time it was meant for me. Because if I keep doing the same things, I'm going to keep getting the same things. The definition of insanity is doing what we've always done and expecting things to change. So to get something different, I've got to do something different. So the challenge is not bringing our background into our company. And for example, maybe you're a doctor and you go, well, this is the way we're going to do it. We're going to bring it into our office. We're going to put a display. It's not going to work. If we buy a McDonald's franchise, okay, 30,000 plus McDonald's, we don't say, listen, I don't want the cheeseburger in a yellow wrapper. I don't want the fry machine on the left side of the shake machine on the right side. I want to change up the recipes. No, we're going to do exactly what they say in Hamburger University because that is the system. So the great thing about network marketing companies, they have systems in place that allow average people to make way above average income. So the key is being coachable and teachable and sparing us your brilliance for the first 6 to 12 months and just doing what the company says, because everything that the company tells you to do should be simple, duplicatable, that our children can actually do it. Okay, because everything that we do in this industry, basics create wealth, not the fancy stuff. Basics duplicate, fancy does not. So everything that we do in the system, when we're coachable and teachable, that they're going to share with us, should be able to be duplicated 5, 10 levels deep, 20 states, multiple provinces away, multiple countries away. A dud can do it to a stud or a studette. So make sure that you're coachable and you're teachable and leave your background out of it. And that's definitely going to be a key part of your success in your network marketing company.
That was very short and sweet, but does it get to the point? Last but not least, actually, I should layer. Does everyone see? I had a little slide for it, but has everyone seen the CSR promotion for this week as well? You must know it's plus 20%, guys. Just remember that. So, you know, it's going to end on Friday. So, you know, it's what I'm saying here is if you're wanting CSR, you want to grow your CSR, now's the time. You're in the right place, the right time. And oh, wow, we saw the video right at the beginning, the first 2 years, and that's been one hell of a ride. You know, I can tell you now the next 2 years is even going to be bigger. It's going to be huge. And what's coming out with, you know, Europe coming online, you know, you've all seen the video about Nordics, etc. Watch this space. Watch this space, guys. It's going to be huge. So if you want on for the ride, hang in 10 on your surfboard. Way to go, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful sort of Sunday afternoon. Look at your next prospects. Get your list out. Let's add to that list. Never, ever, ever prejudge. So thank you very much to everyone. Good to see everyone. Goodbye. Have a good one.